Hi guys, pupc here. So I made a little dip that I wanted to share with you. Ooh, I feel like I've been getting better at dips. The more you try and make things on your own raw vegan style, the better you get. So to cheat, I look at other raw vegans on Instagram and YouTube. Tanny Raw, she gives away recipes, just hundreds of recipes for sauces and dips and dressings. So that is a super resource. And really, once you start seeing the kinds of ingredients they're using as the base and the mix of things, it kind of forms a pattern in your mind so you can experiment and make your own. Turn out pretty good. So this guy here, it's like a dill flavored sauce, a creamy dill. I love dill, so that's why I used it. But the base is gonna be some zucchini, and then you peel the outside of it. There's also gonna be some soaked sunflower seeds. I feel like that, just for me, makes some of the best dressing, more than other nuts. I've tried other people, like raw vegan restaurants, that use different nuts as the base, and they're delicious. But for me, when I make it myself, the raw sprouted or soaked sunflower seeds, it's amazing. And then yes, zucchini, some dates for sweetness, like 1 or 2 or 3, you know, not too much. I have shallot in this one, garlic. I love using garlic. Of course, there's dill in here, a whole lemon. So really, I just chop the lemon, I take out the seeds, and I pop the whole thing. I don't squeeze the juice. It's like, let's get some of that fiber in there, right? So I think that's about it. Oh, seaweed for salt, yes. So I take some seaweed, it's already dried out. I get it at the Korean market. So if you have like an Asian market near you, that's probably the best source. You're gonna have so much variety to choose from, and there's gonna be kinds available that are just raw. They aren't dried at high temperatures, they're just dried in the sun or dried at low temperatures, but big sheets of it, right? So I bought one of those packs with big sheets, and I'll just snap off some pieces of that seaweed. It's really easy to rehydrate. In fact, I usually use a container like this. So I'll fill it up with dried pieces of the seaweed. I'll fill it with water, and like literally 1-2 minutes later, it's already replenished, plump, juicy, ready to use. And then I pop that in to my dressings for that salty flavor. And it's so much extra vitamins and nutrients because you're using seaweed, okay? And it blends right up, and it doesn't taste like seaweed. It just gives it some real good saltiness. I've used celery in the past for salt, but that has a darn strong flavor profile. You're gonna taste that celery versus seaweed, where I don't really notice it so much. So anyways, that's this sauce. And then to dip, you can make chips, right? Raw vegan chips, what are they? Well, gosh, they are cucumbers. Ooh, yes, what is this, my friends? It's cucumber, our classic, our favorite. So this is a big guy. This is like, I think, English cucumber, very big, standard size, and then you just give a little dip, Oh yes, dill, most important ingredient. I mean, really, when you use bases like the zucchini and the soaked raw sunflower seeds, I mean, really, you just add all these other things, seaweed for salt, a date or 2 for sweetness, and mix and match, maybe apple cider vinegar if you want that to be the acid, and then any flavors you like. But dill is just so yummy to me, so that's why I made a little dill sauce. Also, I take romaine lettuce and I give it a really fine chop, like really fine little strips, kind of like when you go to Subway sandwich and they have the iceberg lettuce and it's in the strips. It's kind of like that, really fine. And then I pour this all over the top, and you can add hemp seeds, like raw hemp seeds. Chewing. Nutritional yeast, anything on top, it makes it so good. But this sauce, man, is mwah! Also, what's super fun is I like these little Persian cucumbers. They're like these little guys, little friends, right? And so you chop them up really thin, and you just have little dippers. It's like a delicate little thing. You can put it on top of a salad, or make a whole salad out of just like thinly chopped up Persian cucumbers, and it's so refreshing. It's amazing. It's a really good summer snack, actually. And to tell the difference between one of those standard cucumbers you see most often at the market, like this is the diameter of that guy, right? So that's a big guy. And then you look at this, look at it, oh, it's just so much smaller and delicate and yum. Similar flavor, but I don't know, it's more fun. You gotta try it out. Try those Persian cucumbers. All right, so that went by really fast. And I thought I would just do a little tangent on cravings, because snacks like these guys, these little dippies, are great for cravings. Getting as much as you can prepared, just sitting in your fridge, ready to snack on when the craving strikes, that's definitely key. You can't always do it. Like, I don't always have tons of things prepared. So, in that instance, I rely on some basics that get me through. Like, okay, the easiest one, banana. Hello, old friend, banana. Yes, especially when you're really hungry. Like, just grab one. Like, I'm doing intermittent fasting, right? So I don't start eating until noon. And for me, that's easy. And eventually I might cut off earlier at night, because of course it's better if you're not digesting all this food while you're trying to sleep. I know that. But I'm only like 6-7 months into raw vegan since beginning of 2020. So I'm taking it one step at a time. And my priority is to stick with a raw vegan diet. So I don't want to do too many things at once where I'm pushed over the edge and I just have a pizza party, a cheeseless pizza party, right? So I'm trying to make things manageable, sustainable for the long term. So this isn't a sprint, a fad diet. We're doing raw vegan for a week, although if you do, cool. I want to do marathon, like lifelong change, right? So one step at a time. So with intermittent fasting, starting off at noon, easy for me. Have some water, have some hot tea, good to go till noon. And then eat all you like, in my instance. Eventually, I'll be updating that, right? A little bit earlier and earlier I stop eating at night is the way to go, I think. But anyways, if I am, for whatever reason, craving, it could be stress, like hello, so much to be stressed about right now. Or, you know, it's just a certain time of the month, maybe. I'm gonna admit it, there are certain times of the month that I definitely crave things, chocolate being a big one, but sometimes just in general, I want like really bready things, unhealthy foods, and it hits me hard. I mean, I am not immune to this at all. I will admit a dirty secret. Sometimes, like, I'll just be, it's usually in the middle of the night when I should be getting my beauty sleep, and I'm not. I will get this strike of craving, and I'm like, oh, what's open for delivery? Let's just browse. Let's just see on Grubhub what's out there, right? And there's this new vegan burger place in my area, and I'm like, oh, dang, it's vegan now. Maybe I should just go for it. And I just stare at it. I want to admit, I even put a little burger in my basket, just like, oh, am I gonna do this? Am I gonna do this, right? So things can get a little wild, and cravings are powerful. There's like little devils on your shoulder saying, oh, get a vegan burger. Come on, it won't hurt anybody. And this one's saying, oh, don't you want a burrito? Isn't that so tasty? Go treat yourself, right? So having weapons to fight these cravings is key, like not being hungry. So even if you're intermittent fasting, right, but you say, oh, I'm gonna stop eating at 8 p.m. Cool, but if you get these wild cravings, just do something. Like, don't snap and have a big binge party. You know, like, get something reasonable. Bananas, oh, my trusty friend. You're ready to go. You're a meal in a suit. You just peel, and good to go. Technical difficulties, but we're back. All right, and we were talking about things to get through, to get us through with cravings, right? So bananas. Also, if you are majorly craving some sugar or need a big hit of calories, I recommend dates. My little friend. And I love these ones. It's Deglet Noir. And again, I could be saying that insane, but Deglet Noir for baby. And I don't like medjool. I've had them a lot before, but I'm not a big fan. They're not my favorite things. But these guys are just so numbers. Like for a snack. Mostly I use them in things, like in sauces or when I make my chocolates. Before raw vegan, in a previous video I had mentioned that I was vegan for like 20 years. Wow, it's a long time, since year 2000. And as there's more junk food on the market, delicious vegan junk food, burgers and pies and cakes and cream cheeses and all kinds of delicious things, I became what I call a trash vegan. I ate so much junk. So I feel like I'm doing that a little bit with raw vegan. I always have like a delicious chocolate made, right? So normally mine, I like to make it of a frosting consistency, and I have another video about that too. But that's fun to have on hand. And so sometimes if I don't have that made, I'll just have a date. But if I do have it made, especially if you're craving chocolates or some like real rich dessert, you get a scoop of that raw vegan chocolate you made. Just scoop it out. I mean, that's not so bad. It's like really good ingredients, made it yourself. Not bad at all. I mean, don't beat yourself up over these things. Whatever keeps you on track for your health in the long term, I think, is a big success, you know, one step at a time. Because like vegan to raw vegan, for me, I mean, that's a big change. It's a big change. Some people might be thinking, wow, raw vegan, I'm just like standard American diet, so it's even crazier of a jump. So if you're jumping from a standard American diet to raw vegan, I mean, don't knock yourself for having some raw vegan chocolate or some dates. Like, not crazy. One step at a time. We're doing the marathon, guys. Also, this might be debatable in the raw vegan world, but for now, I am still a friend to olives. I like me some olives. So I get some at Trader Joe's. These have the pits in them. And if I'm really craving something or I have nothing in my house, like I ran out of all the lettuce, I'm so hungry for something not sugary, you know, I'll just have some of these babies. You know, it's good, it's filling, it's in a pinch. These are snacks in a pinch. When the hunger strikes, when the craving strikes, you know, how the heck do we get through? So I hope that's helpful. Big thing is prepare your house with all kinds of prepared snackage. Like I made myself some raw vegan chips here, made myself some raw vegan dip that can be used with the chips or on salad. I prepared in my fridge some raw vegan chocolate, but if that runs out, I got my dates, I'll just take a bite. I got my bananas. I mean, as many things as you can, right? So that's about it. We have cravings, the little devil's on our shoulder telling us we gotta eat the bad things, and we can fight it, man. Just make sure you're getting enough food in, and you're good. Like, it's okay to have cravings, and you know what? If you slip, if you say, I'm gonna have that food, and you do, like, don't even feel bad, and don't let that snowball into some crazy day of eating crap. Just know, like, I'm a human, right? And then get back on that wagon and keep eating the good things. Because, you know, one little slip in the long scheme of things, after the days and weeks and months go by, it's not that bad. It's a big cumulative event, you know? So you just keep doing the good things. And if you have so much more hydrating, healthy, raw vegan foods compared to like one weird thing you ate, no big. And then you'll get better and better at eating the good stuff, making more and more delicious recipes, right? And finding more and more interesting things. All right, well, anyways, I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye, guys.